Coming soon to Animal Planet. What happens when you take the Summer of Love's fiery but mostly peaceful protesters and you combine them with shark interactions? You get one wacky petting zoo reality TV show mashup that you don't want to miss. Don't miss Autonomous Zone Petting Zoo, the only reality series where the sharks pet you. Coming to Animal Planet. The following video is brought to you through the generous support of viewers like you. If you like this content, then please consider subscribing, liking, and sharing this video. And for those who are in the position to donate, this channel thanks you. And so does this orange cat.
I am not mocking any of these people. I just have to ask a few questions. I am Mecca. Normally that would be where my intro would go, but I don't know. Do I have it? Here's a go. Is this an intro? All right. What? First question. Did anybody ever say, hold up, going down into the ocean is not a great idea after seeing The Abyss, after seeing Hunt for Red October, after seeing Sphere, after seeing any did Hunt for Red October have an under sub scene, under the ground, under the water in the thing where it's all pressurized and everybody goes crazy? All of those, any one of those, any number of those submarine where the people go crazy and the guys turn on each other sort of movies, every single one of those. Right? So we've seen enough of those over the years, right? This is like sci-fi talking with Mecca here. I would say don't go under the water until we at least have some sort of Stargate-style puddle jumper or something that can go under the water and survive the pressure and go into space and fly around and zip around and things that we know. And, wait a few more years. They're releasing the alien information. They're slowly letting us know that they're there. Maybe, allegedly. I don't know. That might be fake. That might be all made up. There's some new information on that, too, that we might be getting into. Wow, I'm just turning into a complete paranormal, occulty sort of channel, which is great. I know a lot about it. I'm in the right place for it. I'm in Vegas. And, Have I got a thing for you? So, did somebody ever question it? Yes, somebody did. Speaking of paranormal, occult, all of these things. That's a good segue. Josh Gates, who hosted Travel Channel shows. He's done things, shows where they've gone and searched for aliens and Bigfoots and Yetis and all those type of people. He's looking for what? The Holy Grail at some point. All the cool stuff that you want to see. He's like a real life Indiana Jones. He goes around, he's an archaeologist, he takes a film crew, kind of entertaining, probably all crap. Now that I think of it, most reality shows are BS. Even he said, wait a minute, I don't want to go on that. That seems a little dangerous. Because they were probably going to do, an episode of that, weren't they? On the show. Now we're seeing all this footage submerge. And I don't want to use that word. No. Oh, bad Mecca. Where's my writing? I need to use that on me. It's over there. The writing crowd. Bad Mecca. All the footage is emerging. That's the one. Oh. Of these people rolling their eyes at the duct taping and it's not really duct tape, and the aftermarket Logitech controllers that we know as well as anybody. If you're using an aftermarket controller sort of thing, you might have issues, right? There's people saying they're using these text messaging things with no navigation, and this we were talking about. Which one was it? It's a tweet. A woman texted her dad, who's an engineer, and this is like the questions that I would ask, right? We're not making light of the people who most likely have succumbed to this. I mean, let's just face it. I took one look at that. I'm like, oh, they wouldn't have subbed from that. Oh, they're not. So we can predict the future. Could have this have been avoided? We're going to find out in the future. 100% signs point to yes. This could have been avoided 1000%. Just look at this guy. The engineer says, yes, I've been following it. I hope it's near the surface or where it can be found more easily. I think that if it's that deep, there's no hope. Haven't seen much discussion of an emergency plans to jettison ballast and rise to the ocean surface. Horribly unsafe design. Yeah, we'll get into that here. We'll get into that. I've got another video we're going to look at. No navigation system, poor communication system, exposed thrusters, no inflatable flotation collar once it rises. Oh, limited air supply, locked in, no way to get out, or you get fresh air when you're on the surface. I've done the simulator for Liberty Bell 7, the little capsule-y thing that the astronaut went up and he flew around the planet and then he landed in the ocean. I did the simulator for that. He had a way out. He had a way out. And that floated to the top. That didn't go under. But that just went into space, right? And I would never do that because I would be scared of being trapped in that. And that one was designed to, survive. And he did survive. No way to get out. No way to get fresh air once on the surface. I'd be nervous taking it to the deep end of the pool. Never mind. 13,000 feet below the surface in total blackness and cold. And 6,000 pounds per square inch of pressure. Interesting choices about life and death and air. Yes, and there's your moral dilemma. I would have had this all in my head beforehand. In my head, enough air for 5 people for 4 days or enough air for 1 person for 20 days. Would they have even thought of that? Would they have even considered that? You got one guy sitting there 3 or 4 days in like, wait a minute, I could have been the one survivor had I convinced them all to, because that would be my thing. I don't think they would have even thought of that. There'd be 1 person for 20 days. Who goes first and why and when? When you realize you need more than 4 days to be saved, does the irresponsible CEO go first? Does the billionaire offer to give billions to those who, give themselves for the others? Does everyone give themselves to save the 18-year-old? He's the only one that seems to be the real innocent one here. Like everybody else, do you think they should have known better? Because I think they should have known better. Is that this one? No, that's a different thing. Is that this one? That's this one. That's in this thread. I want to talk about this one. We'll talk about Greta in another one.
As of this time, oxygen within the still missing Titan submersible is believed to be fully exhausted.
Okay, so there is a little bit more on that. I think that they're saying that they probably succumb. Is that this one? Oh, that's the one we're on. They've probably imploded. Can I open that link in a new? Yeah, they've probably imploded here. Please don't be an adult star is my first thing. Good, it's not. La 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 la. Here we go. I don't want to sing to mock anything, but I'm trying to fill dead air. If they imploded, then what was the banging? It could have been them knocking on the... Yeah, it could have been them knocking on the thing. Yeah, see, wait. Yeah, how many of us have seen this? I did. We saw this. You saw this. I saw this. We've seen these. They're saying that there's some wreckage and it probably cracked and imploded. Press conference at 3 p.m. Eastern. All right, 3 p.m. Parody. That's probably fake. It imploded. It had a leak, and they knew it and said nothing about it. It happened when they lost contact. A seismic activity station in the area picked up the explosion. According to this. Is this what they're saying? Is this confirmed? Is this true? Let me see. What is this? We're just going through. We're going through. Oh, shoot. I hate it when you go to look at something and then you can't full screen it with sound.
Okay. Forward start
could all be fake, too. What happened here? What? Should a meme of the situation regretted as I heard the news earlier? Yeah, and that's the thing. I mean, we don't want to, like, mock these guys, but at the same time, like, they're using a thing that everybody says don't go in. This isn't like, you know, they're saying, oh, the Titanic's unsinkable, you know. This is a little different. Like, that one, didn't they had tested? Like, they at least had tested the Titanic, right? Hey, Rob. Do you want to talk about this sub? Alright. Can we replay this?
Okay. Forward starboard tank, all the valves are closed, and there is a little leak in the top nut.
So they had a leak in the valve now. So they're saying that, is this true? Can we confirm this or not?
What?
The imploded, it had a leak and they knew it and said nothing about it. It happened when they lost contact. A seismic activity station in the area picked up the explosion then.
I think until we hear something from the Navy or the Coast Guard.
Well, the Coast Guard's going to have a press conference here.
When? They're
saying it suffered a crack and imploded under the water pressure, likely, according to the press conference, according to the Navy. The imploded, then what was the banging, they're saying. I mean, it could have... Yeah, you could always have, you know, like these seismic banging just from stuff settling, because you've got wave pressure, right?
You've got currents.
You might have like a net caught in something with
like
an oxygen tank somewhere from a scuba diver or something that's just kind of caught banging every half hour or right? Or, you know, you'll have random noises. I mean, this is like when they go and try and find the Loch Ness Monster and stuff.
I wouldn't take anything at face value until I hear from the Coast Guard or the Navy or the Canadian government.
Exactly.
I mean, when's the press conference?
This afternoon.
Oh, you know what? I want to watch that.
Yeah, I want to watch we'll watch the press conference live.
Yeah.
We'll see what they say, because I'm curious about this now. Do you guys want to watch? No, that's just the Greta Thunberg tweet again.
Oh.
This one, why it should have never happened.
I tell you why it should never happen. Somebody should have stepped in and said, "Nope."
What
are you crazy?
Yeah, Josh Gates said he wouldn't go under there. He refused to go on the trip.
There was some. I heard Kyle Kalinske last night say there was one guy who looked at the sub and said, "Nope, I want my money back."
Yeah, I think it was this guy.
Maybe it was him, yeah. Probably
Maybe it was Josh Gates. All right. He's an explorer and a host. Here, you want to come over here?
Yeah.
You want to be on this too?
Oh, okay, I'll be on it.
Yeah, I muted while I coughed. So Josh Gates, if you guys haven't watched it, I used to watch this. He was on the Travel Channel or something, or Sci-Fi. He would go around with his little team of people, and they would look for like Bigfoot or Yetis, or they would look for, you know, they went through Chernobyl too.
Yeah.
I think they were looking for aliens in Chernobyl. No. And then he like did another series where he would just do kind of like missing artifact-y type of things, like mythological artifacts, like the Shroud, well, not like the Shroud of Turin, but like where Christ's body might be and stuff like that, you know, those sort of type of things. And was that one of them? I don't remember. Anyway, so this, if he was having the opportunity to go down to the Titanic, here we go. Josh Gates, an explorer and a host of Expedition Unknown, more shows on the Discovery Channel, revealed on Twitter that he turned down a chance to visit the wreckage of the Titanic. I actually said that yesterday.
Yeah.
I probably had it up before they did, but nobody's using me as a source. The wreckage of the Titanic using OceanGate's now missing Titan submersible. Gates was supposed to film on the submersible, but decided against it after discovering safety concerns. Yeah, even he said no. I had the unique opportunity to dive in the OceanGate Titan sub with the company CEO Stockton Rush at the helm in preparation for its maiden mission to Titanic, Gates wrote. I pray for a positive outcome to the rescue efforts of those aboard, including fellow Explorers Club member Hamish Harding. And yeah, so I guess he's an Explorers Club guy. Well, Josh Gates has gone pretty much everywhere.
Yeah.
He's got like his diving stuff, so he'll go underwater to look for something. He's like the real life Indiana Jones type of guy. You'd probably really like the show.
Probably, yeah.
Gates added, to those asking, Titan did not perform well on my dive. Ultimately, I walked away from a huge opportunity to film Titanic due to my safety concerns with the Ocean Gate platform. There's more to the history and design of the Titan that's been made public. Much of it is concerning. Oh, we got a lot of that here. That's coming. The Ocean Gate Titan submersible is designed to take 5 people to a depth of 4,000 meters to visit the wreckage of the Titanic. The trip cost about $250,000 per person. The structure has an oxygen life support span of 96 hours, 4 days for 5 people. Each round-trip journey to the Titanic wreckage can take up to 10 hours. Guests aboard the British submersible, so they're probably gone, blah, we're not skipping over that. We just want to kind of hear. For those questioning why people would dive to the Titanic, the ship has fascinated the world since the night she sank, Gase also wrote on Twitter. It's a time capsule to another era of our history. It takes courage to make a trip like this. Admiration and prayers for the passengers aboard the Ocean Gate Titan. It's true. It is true. Like, I can see why you would be so fascinated by it. I can get that. Like, that's somewhere. It's one of those things, like, to be the first one there. But I would really want to. I'm not gonna risk my life for something.
There's
like
a reason
that.
why fewer people have been to the wreck of the Titanic than have been
to the moon.
To the moon, yeah.
literally.
I mean, at this point, climbing Everest is easier.
Because we're just not capable of doing it yet.
You really shouldn't. And listen, you really shouldn't climb Everest on a whim. Okay. That's another thing.
Yeah, or Kilimanjaro even. Yeah, you don't climb a mountain on a whim. You want to train for it.
Yeah, you want to train.
You get in shape because your heart's going to give out or something. So that's what's going on with that. Now, this one.
That being said, bits and pieces of
This
this time, oxygen within the still missing Titan submersible is believed to be fully exhausted.
Yeah, that's what we got to, and then I'm like, oh no, that's different. So this is the thing you and I watched earlier. So
Being said, bits and pieces of information are still being tossed around on this platform like a ragdoll. And rather than upload clip after clip about the matter, we're gonna give it to you in one fell swoop.
So this comes from TikTok user, who is this?
I don't know.
Slamuri. So that's from this TikTok.
Everything you need to know about the Ocean Gate incident. And to truly understand why this situation has become so controversial, we gotta take it back to 2009. The then 47-year-old Seattle businessman Stockton Rush founded Ocean Gate Expeditions to provide tourism by means of submersible.
Yeah, let's see what you looked at. Let's look him up beforehand.
Stockton Rush. Let me look up what Stockton Rush did.
Because this guy... Apollo 13 with the 13 forever. The number 13 forever. I don't know if it ruined it.
Stockton Rush. Deep sea path for deep sea exploration. Okay, I don't want to know about that. I want to know Stockton Rush, Chief Executive Officer of Ocean Gate. This is from Ocean Gate's website.
Okay.
If it ever loads. So, what we know about Titan submersible. Okay, do we want to go with CNN, Stockton Rush?
Sure. What did he do beforehand?
I'm trying to see. Hold on.
Yeah, what did he make his money in?
Failed handshake.
That being said, over the course of the next 7 years, they would create 2 5-person submersibles.
As other entrepreneurs push the edges of technology, bring well-heeled tourists to space, Stockton Rush saw new opportunities exploring another frontier, the deep sea. Ocean Gate founded... What did he do beforehand? I'm not seeing... Rush Tool Conference held by GeekWire. What did he do?
Yeah, where did he get his money? I'm wondering now.
Before graduating from Princeton University with a degree in aerospace engineering and obtaining a master's degree in business administration from the University of California in 1989,
so he should know better.
Obtained a captain's rating at the United Airlines Jet Training Institute. He went on to oversee business ventures that included serving on board Seattle's Blue View Technologies and as chairman of Remote Control Technology. Rush saw a way to use advances in materials sciences to craft new types of subs. One that would be oblong rather than spherical and made with carbon fiber. Okay, so he's an aerospace engineer.
Okay.
He was an aerospace engineer, and he...
Yeah, but he should should know better.
I mean...
So he's just gotten obsessed with finding the stupid Titanic.
Yeah, I mean... Stockton Rush, he's got a LinkedIn. Of course he's got a LinkedIn. I don't want to see that. Hold on. Oh, okay, Stockton Rush. Hold on. I'm still trying to find what he did.
Yeah, what did he do beforehand?
The Antipodes and the Cyclops.
Approaches dream of deep sea exploration. At some point, safety was just a pure waste. Stockton told journalist Dave Pogue in an interview last year. I mean, if you just want to be safe, you don't get out of bed. Don't get in your car. Don't do. But you have.
This is his midlife crisis thing. This is his thrill seeking. This is his. But you're dragging people. Oh, his company's gonna get sued into oblivion.
He wanted to be an astronaut.
Yeah. So
his eyesight wasn't good enough. He's an engineer. He's an aerospace engineer, so he's a relatively smart guy. However, he was just reckless.
Yeah.
He has an MBA from UC Berkeley. He nursed his space travel dream for years, imagining he would join commercial flight as a tourist. But in 2004, he told Smithsonian his dream shifted after Richard Branson launched the first. But it doesn't say what his business was. It doesn't say. I can't find what his business is. How he made his money. Let me see. Stockton Rush, how he made his money. Let me see. Because, he probably comes from...
David Lockridge began voicing his concerns over quality control, as well as testing of potential flaws in the Titan itself. And surprise, surprise, Lockridge was not only fired immediately...
What is OceanGate CEO's net worth? I'm distracted.
So the guy who said it's not safe got fired.
He got fired?
Yeah. This guy who said it's not safe got fired here. Lockridge.
But later on that same...
Stockton Rush.
Okay, here we go. How do you make his wealth?
How much money is Stockton Rush worth?
Don't care.
Well, he has an estimated net worth of $12 million. Due to his... he comes from money.
Yeah, okay, so he came from money.
Due to his affluent upbringing, he was able to follow his dreams. Rush had the means to meander his way through a variety of professions and experiences that ultimately brought him to the ocean thanks to his family's money.
He had so much money that nothing was going to satisfy him on Earth.
His grandfather, whom Rush characterizes as a dirt-poor Irish immigrant, provided the family's initial financial report. At age 33, he was appointed the youngest director of Standard Oil in America. Okay.
Fuck this guy. Oh, fuck this asshole. The nerve he had at dragging people with him and convincing him. Oh, F this guy.
Stockton, though, has two ties to founding fathers of the United States, providing him money on both sides of the family. So he was a very wealthy individual.
Yeah, old money.
Old money.
This is when people want to talk about the man, that's him.
He is a direct descendant of Benjamin Rush and Richard Stockton, two of the signers of the Declaration of Independence. Additionally, Stockton is related to the U.S. Attorney General Richard Rush, U.S. Civil War officer Henry Rush, an 18th century poet, and a Stockton.
So super old money.
He comes from he comes from old money, and so he believed by doing this he could also satisfy unique travel experiences. This was a business venture for him. Yeah, he comes from very old money. Standard Oil, not exactly a mom and pop.
No.
Same year, the company would sue him over an election.
Anybody in your family who was high up in Standard Oil, you're doing pretty good.
Yeah.
Which is now Chevron. There's actually one Standard Oil near the In-N-Out Burger. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It still says Standard.
Alleged breach of contract, stating he had disclosed confidential information to OSHA, a list of which included but was not limited.
Yeah. So he fired the guy who contacted OSHA and said it's not safe and it's going to kill people, and he sued him for it, for saying, you can't tell OSHA that this isn't safe. You can't tell OSHA this isn't safe.
To the following.
Listen to this.
David raised concerns over the company's decision to perform dives without non-destructive testing or a form of analysis used on specific materials to determine their integrity as well as their reliability.
Yeah, so he's cutting corners everywhere. Not only he's fired the guy who contacted OSHA. He fired the guy and sued him for contacting OSHA saying it wasn't safe.
Yeah.
Oh, you're trying to, save people's lives? We can't have any of that. Fuck this guy.
Next, the Titan was built with the carbon fiber hull, and while it planned on reaching depths of 4,000 meters, the thing had a
Yeah, somebody needed to step in.
And
I'm
it
glad
sounds like
Josh.
somebody, a couple people did.
Yeah, and they got sued for it.
Yeah.
Sounds like a B movie where someone warns everybody that
This-
safety issues get ignored and an accident happens. This is a movie. That's why we like it, because this is a movie.
Ironically, the Titanic had the same thing happened. Everyone said they were warned about the icebergs and nobody listened. I mean, geez, think of the irony.
Now it's funny. Now it's funny.
Captain, there's icebergs ahead. Shouldn't we take a more southerly course? Nah, we'll be fine. Don't worry. Ice. Excellent. My scotch has more ice in it.
Yeah, duct tape and super glue should do fine, eh? Let's dive to the bottom of the ocean, eh?
Yeah, duct tape, super glue, eh? Oh yeah,
He's American. I can't mock him with
just
that.
prop up that bulge in the bulkhead with my old hockey stick, eh?
No, he's American. He's dumber than
Okay.
that. He's dumber than that.
Prop up that bulge with my old baseball bat.
We've been doing the hockey voice all day.
Been doing the hockey voice all day. It just kind of fits.
Excellent!
Run, Mrs. Doyle. Yeah, put my shooty bang bang in the hole. Plug it up.
Now it's funny. Okay, I can't. Now I'm laughing. He's up. Your turn.
Do I have to?
We're gonna watch more of this video.
This is.
these guys are
I
idiots.
feel
These are
bad.
fucking assholes.
Listen, I feel
Fuck
bad.
this guy.
No, but still, I mean, this is a case of people having more money than sense, and I really listen. It's a shame that people died, but you know what? You tempt fate. I have a saying. If you tempt fate, it comes. If you tempt the hand of fate, it comes back as a fist to punch you in the nose. It does.
Don't shit where you eat.
allegedly only been designed to withstand a certified pressure of
You make race cars out of carbon fiber because it's light.
Make guitars out of them.
You make guitars out of carbon fiber. Not so much, though, but people do.
around 1,300 meters. And lastly, the system designed to detect abnormalities in the hull's integrity heavily relied on acoustics, which would only alert the crew a mere milliseconds prior to an implosion.
Yeah, millisecond before implosion, that doesn't do you a whole lot of good. Take me to your leader, eh? Oh, hello. Yeah, I'm from like outer space, and I want to go see like who's the leader of the Earth. Can you take me to him?
He's on the golf course at the Stanley Cup, eh?
He's on the golf course. Oh no, yeah. He's on the golf course with Stanley Cup. Oh, when did I miss the series, eh?
Here, no, it's really.
Yeah, I know. The leader of Earth. What? Hold on. What somebody said? MC off cam is the virtual his house. Huh? Unfortunately, people have to die before issues are. Yeah. There's Mark Stoner, eh? Mark Stoner, eh? He's on the golf course with the Stanley Cup, and he's going to take it. He's going to have a big drink out of it, and he's going to keep himself hydrated, eh? Oh, get the sticks out and play some golf.
115 degrees on the golf course.
115 degrees on the golf course, eh? Oh no, how is that so? That's powerful warm out there, This is one of my favorite channels on YouTube.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you. Oh no, eh?
In other words,
I'm an
far
idiot.
too late. Moreover, in 2018, a separate entity would voice their concerns over the project as well, essentially stating they were worried OceanGate's experimental design of the
Hooked on my favorite show.
Well, it's taking a while.
Titan may very well result in a catastrophic outcome. Now, these claims would somewhat be put to rest in 2021.
No.
No, again, like I said,
He knew.
it's for race. Carbon fiber is for race cars and battle. Yeah, race cars, bikes, and for aircraft dashboards. So anywhere you guys save weight, not for a submarine.
with a successful descent to the Titanic. However, later on in 2022, CBS correspondent David Pogue documented an unsuccessful attempt, having to resurface after just 37 feet, which is why you're seeing all...
Pause it. They made it 37 feet. This is the one that we saw where we were duct taped together with the freaking Logitech controller.
Yeah, 37 feet.
He made it 37 feet. They made it 37 feet.
37 whole feet. Where is, when's the press conference going to be?
I don't know. We can look that up.
Yeah, let's look up when the press conference, because I really would like to see the outcome of this. Like I said, it's because it's tragic, yeah, but you know what?
All these viral bits and snippets of the Titan's jerry-rigged components, as well as the $30 controller, and of course...
I've broken some rules to make this. I think I've broken them with logic and good engineering.
Here's a guy, I've broken some rules to make this. Here's a guy who hasn't heard the word no a lot in his lifetime.
Behind me, the carbon fiber and titanium, there's a rule you don't do that. Well, I did.
Which...
There's a reason why there's a rule you don't do that. It's because people could die. You dumb Beavis.
Leads us to Sunday, June 18th of 2023. A group of 5 individuals, including Stockton himself, entered the 22-foot-long submersible, detached from its mothership, the Polar Prince.
So that's...
You'd think, okay,
so
listen.
So that's when? 3 p.m. Eastern is...
Yeah. It's 12...
what?
3 p.m. Eastern, which is about noon. It's about now, actually.
So right now? All right, let's go listen.
Let's see if there's...
Where is it at?
I don't know. It's about now.
All right, look it up. Google it.
Okay, hold on. Coast Guard?
Yeah. Coast Guard press conference?
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
Oh, we're going to have Coast Guard E. Watch live, USA Today.
There you go.
Live. Oh, no way.
Thank you, Admiral. So we found 5 different major pieces of debris that told us that it was the remains of the Titan. The initial thing we found was the nose cone, which was outside of the pressure hull.
Oh, no.
We then found a large debris field. Within that large debris field, we found the front end bell of the pressure hull.
Oh, that's
that was the first indication that there was a catastrophic event.
Hope they imploded quick. Though,
shortly thereafter, we found
hope they didn't suffer.
A second smaller debris field. Within that debris field, we found the other end of the pressure hull, the aft end bell, which was basically comprised of the totality of that pressure vessel.
So they're
we
gone.
continue to map the debris field, and as the Admiral said, we will do the best we can to fully map out what's down there.
You can tell these guys are. This is.
Well, I think they knew it was going to be a recovery mission.
But they were holding out some hope.
Well, yeah, the banging thing is to give people hope, but no, they're not.
So the questions was related, and I'm restating the question from the standpoint of sometimes it's hard to hear the question here. What are the prospects for recovering crew members? And so this is a incredibly unforgiving environment down there on the seafloor, and the debris is consistent with a catastrophic implosion of the vessel. And so we'll continue to work and continue to search the area down there, but I don't have an answer for prospects at this time.
In terms of the Costello at NBC News, is there any suggestion at all that the sub itself collided with the wreckage of Titanic, or that instead it might have imploded above the wreckage and rained down nearby?
Collided with the wreckage of Titanic.
So the question was, is there any question as to whether or not the sub collided with the Titanic or whether it imploded above and debris field created from that? So the location of the Titan submersible was in an area that was approximately 1,600 feet from the wreck of the Titanic. I have an expert here that is familiar with that area and can talk about the debris field and what the debris field indicates in terms of where the casualty may have occurred.
Rear Admiral, really quickly, can you tell me when that
Wait, let's
massive
get the
fleet
expert
will be
voice,
called
please.
back?
Hang on a second. The expert voice is coming up to answer the question.
Thank you, Admiral. So the question is, where does the wreck lie in relation to the Titanic? I didn't hear the Admiral's answer. I think 1,600 feet. Is that correct, Admiral? So that's off the bow of Titanic. It's in an area where there is not any debris of Titanic. It is a smooth bottom. There, to my knowledge and anything I've seen, there's no Titanic wreckage in that area. And again, 200 plus meters from the bow, and consistent with the location of last communication for an implosion in the water column. And the size of the debris field is consistent with that implosion in the water column.
If I can ask a question, in terms of the timing here, you say that this was a catastrophic explosion, and I know it's early on, but is it your estimation that this happened
if it were
right at the
any
moment
air that's
when
in
they
the
lost
sub,
contact,
it's rise
an
to the
hour and
surface.
45 minutes after the descent?
So the question was about the timing of the catastrophic implosion. Right now, it is too early to tell with that. We know that as we've been prosecuting this search over the course of the last 72 hours and beyond, that we've had sonar buoys in the water nearly continuously and have not detected any catastrophic events when those sonar buoys have been in the water. So,
listen, regardless, he has family.
I know. They're millionaires and families. What do you want to do for his kid?
You can't fix
so
stupid,
we will.
but
The question was, what happens from here? What's the next phase? And so right now, again, our thoughts are with the families and making sure that they have an understanding as fast as
this
we
company's
can
not going to
provide
exist by the end
of what happened and begin to find some closure. In terms of the large process, we're going to continue to investigate the site of the debris field. And then I know that there's also a lot of questions about how, why, and when did this happen. And so, you know, those are questions that we will collect as much information as we can on now, while the governments are meeting and discussing, you know, what an investigation of this nature of a casualty might look like. This is something that happened. I'll just remind everybody. This is something that happened in a remote portion of the ocean with people from several different countries around the world, and so it is a complex case to work through. But I'm confident that those questions will begin to get answered.
Nobody stopped this. That's my question. Why did they stop
it? They tried. They didn't listen. This thing's not safe. We're going anyway. We don't care. We're going. You could you could arrest
the question was there any suggestion that time factors may have played a role or a consideration in the casualty here? And so the debris field is consistent with a catastrophic implosion of the vessel. Again, while we were prosecuting the search, we had listening devices in the water throughout and did not hear any signs of catastrophic failure from those. And so we're going to continue to investigate, or we're going to continue to document the information there and understand, based on all the information we have, the timeline.
One of the things is, again, I have a really bad fear of drowning, and so no way you can get me on one of those things.
So the question was, what are the resources required for the investigation, and which ships will be pulling out and staying in? And so it's too early for me to talk about an investigation. That's a decision that's going to be taken outside of the search and efforts that I was leading. But we do have a number of vessels. We have 9 vessels on the scene right now. We had medical personnel on scene. We had other technicians on scene. And so we will begin to demobilize personnel and vessels from the scene over the course of the next 24 hours. But we're going to continue remote operations on the seafloor. And I don't have a timeline for when we would intend to stop remote operations on the seafloor at this point.
Make it happen.
As a result of this, do you think there should be changes in the way these are safety rated or inspected so that this won't happen again?
Yeah, the question was essentially about do you think that there should be changes in safety ratings or inspection for these standards?
Well, they went anyway. They went without it.
I know that there's a lot of questions about why, how, when this happened, and the members of the Unified Command, have those questions too, as professionals and experts that work in this environment. And this is an incredibly difficult and dangerous environment to work in out there. But those questions about the regulations that apply and the standards, that's going to be, I'm sure, a focus of future review. Right now, we're focused on documenting the scene and continuing the subfloor operation.
They're free to leave dock, though.
Don't know the timing here, but there was the banging noise yesterday that redirected, redeployed the ROV to this area. Anything that redirection and then finding this debris today all helped.
So throughout the search efforts, we reacted to the information that we had available to us. And while we continue to send it off for deeper analysis, again, really complex operating environment for us to work in. Let me check with the experts, but there doesn't appear to be any connection between the noises and the location on the seafloor. Again, this was a catastrophic implosion of the vessel, which would have generated a significant broadband sound down there that the sonar buoys would have picked up.
This will be the last question.
Yeah, there's places, I've listened to posts that.
So they'll be able to tell what exactly. I think we saw it on Twitter anyway.
And also, were all of the assets involved moved as swiftly as possible to the area? Was any help turned away, as some lawmakers have criticized the government?
This was a incredibly complex operation, and we were able to mobilize an immense amount of gear to the site in just a really remarkable amount of time, given the fact that we started without any sort of vessel response plan for this or any sort of pre-stage resources. And so the equipment that was brought on site this morning that we were using was a pelagic ROV capable of operating at 6,000 meters, cameras, sonar, other articulating arms and resources on it. And it, we had to transport it here through C-17 aircraft. This is 2 aircraft that it took to get this up here. And so we've really had the right gear on site and worked as swiftly as possible to bring all of the capabilities that we had to bear to this search and rescue effort. And it was just a huge international and interagency effort to make this happen. So I'm really grateful for all of the responders that came out to support this and really search for for the vessel. It is a difficult day for all of us, and it's especially difficult for the families, and our thoughts are with the families today. But this was an immense support, and we had the right gear on the bottom to find it. So thank you.
Thank you. I think that's it.
Will you attempt to recover the bodies, can we ask you? The victims, will they be recovered?
Thank you so much, everyone, for attending this afternoon. There are no future planned press conferences. Updates will be shared to the USCG Northeast Twitter page, and our staff will be available to take down any questions following this. Thank you.
And give the names of the two gentlemen who spoke.
I can get that back to you afterwards, just so I can confirm. Thank you.
Okay, that's it. All right, so that's it. So the United States Coast Guard. Hey, listen.
That's probably it.
That's about it. I mean, you have to look at Twitter for there any updates.
All right.
All right, so United States Coast Guard. Oh yeah, there was a passenger ship off the coast of Greece that sank. Actually, a lot of people, actually, like 300-400 people, actually were killed.
I was just thinking about you earlier on, and you can back up my mind. I was checking some of your photographs.
Too soon.
Thee in the shower when your ass soapy and your big.
Too soon. All right. We won't do the just taste.
You want me to? Do you
no.
need?
Yeah, you're fine.
Okay.
What are we doing?
I don't know. Tennis. So
I've been talking about this for like an hour. I might just leave this as a. No, this is 45 minutes talking about this part of it.
Yeah, well, this is just recording it.
Yeah, this is just recording it. So.
You've been live for an hour 16.
Yeah, nothing happy to report on that one. But I mean, we do have the other little bit of. What was it that? Yeah, and this is why.
It began its 2.5-hour descent into the abyss towards the Titanic, when all of a sudden, for one reason or another, the surface completely lost communication with the Titan. Now, while the search is still underway, there are three widely speculated theories as to what may have happened. 1. The Titan may be bobbing along the surface waiting to be found. 2.
Okay, that's just the rest of it.
Yeah.
Okay, that's just the.
Well, they'll be lucky to find their shoes. I'm not being flippant about that.
No, really. All right. And that's what's going
That's
on.
it. That's all that. That's all she wrote with that one. Sorry, everyone. That's sad news report. So, like I said, sad news all around.
Well, we kind of knew it though. I think any of us who watched any of these though, anybody who had any science fiction background had seen this. All right, you want to get up instead of sitting there in the chair while I'm trying to talk?
Right,
no one wants to look at you text.
Not texting. I'm trying to turn off that.
Yeah, but still, I mean, you could do it after you got up. See, he doesn't think of these things.
All right, everyone.
Neither, but that's better than these assholes thinking of this. And I hate saying it, but seriously, guys, with all of this going down, for crying out loud, I am going back to my live chat. Don't you go anywhere.